Hi, everybody. I'm Jen with Cruise Planners, and I have a new trip announcement. So how many of you like flowers? A little hint is the color of the shirt I'm wearing today. I am announcing the Tulip Time River Cruise on April 8th of 2024. This, if you follow me on Facebook, and I'll share my page with you just so you can see what it looks like. Let me see here. If you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw me posting on my personal page over the last several weeks. I had the opportunity to go over there and do a preview of this group that we're going to be doing next year. Fantastic. Now, a couple things I want to tell you. My Facebook profile is public. You can see I got a bunch of friends there, so don't get your feelings hurt if we don't know each other and I don't approve your request, because they cut you off at 4,000. So I'm trying to keep it kind of low, but I am on public on Facebook. So you can review all of the posts of my Tulip Time River Cruise. And it's the same itinerary. So I'm going to show you where you can go to register for this trip. It's at jenwithcruiseplanners.com. And if you click on the group events tab and just scroll down, you're going to see 7-night Tulip Time River Cruise. Just click on that and it's going to bring you to the registration page. Right here is all of the information about this amazing cruise. And just all the details of what's included, some pre and post nights you can add to it, things like that. But I want to draw your attention right here to the trip flyer. The trip flyer is, when you click on this, it's going to take you to this document right here. I love to do trip flyers for my guided trips because I think they tell you a lot more than a YouTube video or that you can read online. So this is the 7-night itinerary. We're sailing on the Ama Mora from Amsterdam to Amsterdam, which is great, you know, for flights. We're sailing with Ama Waterways. Ama has some great flights, discount flight promotions going on. And it's a perfect time to actually, beginning in May, it'll be a perfect time. About 11 months out is the time to start looking for flights for the best prices. But you can see the day-by-day itinerary starting with April 8th. So it's great to go in a few days early and check out Amsterdam. That's what Tom and I did. Loved it. Just a really fun city. Now you're going to see on my Facebook page that I did a lot of bike excursions. All of the bike excursions are included with Ama Waterways. We actually sail with the bikes on board. On our ship, we had about 25 bikes on board. So there was never, I think one time when we went to the Windmill Day, Kinderdijk, right here, it's on April 13th. One day we had a run on the bikes. You know, everybody wanted to bike because it was an easy bike day and beautiful scenery. But if you're not a biker, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Remember that I have ages ranging from the 20s to the mid 80s. So do not get discouraged if you see the biking trips and you're like, oh, there's all these biking excursions. I don't think I can do it. There is hiking and biking on every one of my river cruises. But there is also gentle walkers group and regular walkers group for city tours and things like that. You can see every day here on the flyer, I list the different excursions that they're offering. And the majority of them, remember, the average age on board is like 68. So there is not a lot of people biking. If you look through my photos, you'll see maybe 4 to 6 people biking with me each day, my husband and I. And then on a lot of the days you see we aren't biking, we're just going on the walking tour or that sort of thing. So don't get discouraged. If you have mobility, that's the biggest thing with Europe trips. There is an elevator on board, but it only goes to like 2 of the floors. And as you know, Europe is not that friendly with wheelchairs. So if you are mobile, and even with a cane, there's some people with some walkers as well, but you have to be mobile to take a river cruise. And this particular sailing is the only sailing that includes tickets to the Keukenhof Gardens. And if you're familiar with them, this is a book that's now in our client resource library that you can check out. If you're familiar with the Keukenhof Gardens, they're only open for 8 weeks. the entire year, and it's during this sailing. So I went last week, which was like the beginning of April, and it was the weekend that it opened. It was sold out for days. I was so thankful that we had tickets through the river cruise. So those tickets are holding for us next year. It is the last day of our cruise that we really get to enjoy the absolute splendor of these gardens. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. It was really, really just an amazing, amazing excursion. It was a little chilly. So a lot of people say, how about April in Amsterdam? Yep, it was a little chilly, but don't worry, because all of our group trips that we do include online classes, pre-trip classes before you go. They include roommate matching. If you're looking for a roommate, we can help you with that. But we'll tell you everything about what you need to pack to enjoy this time. But really just a puffy did just fine with us. You'll see in the pictures on Facebook. So registration is open online. We have a $250 discount right now that'll stay all the way through. So I'm hoping to do a travel event in about fall of this year. So if you tend to watch this introductory video and you've waited a few months, don't get discouraged. As long as there's availability on board, we will get that $250 discount per person towards your room. One thing to note about rooms, though, the availability, let me pop over to our registration page. When you want to see the different availability, click on the tab at the top that says cruise information, and then just go down here to the staterooms, and you'll be able to see if there's any staterooms that are sold out. It will say sold out. I know we were getting a little close on some of them, so you want to make sure that you're checking those. Starting with the BB category, that's where that's really the peak is the BB. I tend to go on the low side because the price tag's a little bit lower for sailing. If you're looking to just do an introductory river cruise and get the lowest price possible, it's start with category E and D. But take a look at the picture. Know that this is not a balcony cabin. This has a fixed window. It is a smaller stateroom, but again, this is the room that I had. We did not spend much time in the stateroom at all. Most of your time is spent up in the lounge with the other guests or in the restaurant. So don't be afraid to book a lower category stateroom, but it goes by availability. We aren't holding cabins because there's only 150 people maximum on board, everybody. So they don't hold cabins out for us. They hold our rate. So you'll get that $250 group discount per person, but your availability depends on what's available on the ship. And this is the itinerary for Tulips. So the availability will tend to get going here now that we're within a year of sailing. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can email me at jen.h@cruiseplanners.com, or from the website, click on the bottom corner on the right and schedule an appointment with me. That's probably the best way to get some undivided attention and get your questions answered. If you've never done a river cruise before, they are nothing like an ocean cruise. The price tag is higher, no question, but it is all inclusive. It includes everything, your beer and wine with lunch and dinner, a cocktail hour nightly. It includes all of your excursions. Like I said, the bikes are included, the hiking is included, the tastings that you go on are included, and you have the ability to switch those from day to day as well based on availability. So that's one of the advantages. Plus, there's only 150 people on board. It's not one of those mega ships that you aren't going to get to know everybody. It's a very intimate setting. And this is on the Rhine. And I always recommend to my new river cruise folks, the Rhine and the Danube are the ones that you want to start with. We're in ports every single day on this sailing. It's really an amazing itinerary. So each one of these little villages and towns that we visit have just amazing history, and so many opportunities for you to go into the cafe and get yourself a coffee or a beer, and just sit and watch the world go by. So I'm a big fan of river cruising. If you know me, you know that. It's just a fantastic way to see the world and to experience. If you have a love of education and history and culture, it is the way to travel. So any questions, you can always reach out to me directly. And that's about it. I hope that you can join us on this Tulip Time River Cruise itinerary. It's going to be such a fantastic trip. And hopefully I'll be able to grow some plants after this. It didn't work out so good for me this year, but maybe if you know plants, you can help me next year. Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.